It's a good world. Good world gone bad.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Another episode of just tinkering away. We got today, I think we're going to be doing some wiring. I'm just trying to get ahead and knock some things off. We're going to do some relay wiring. We're going to hopefully do some fuel pump wiring. I'm going to start running my terminator power wire. Just the little things, just some more little things to knock off the list that I hope will help you guys. What else? I don't want to start wiring in the full terminator setup yet because I'd really like to run it on the engine first. Like while the engine's out of the car, I like to wire everything in and see how my lengths are going to work, because I'd like to tuck everything nicely. So I figure I'm gonna get a really good idea of what needs to go where and how I'm gonna route it with the engine out of the vehicle, because yeah, there's a lot of wires, and I think it'd just be so much easier to do that out of the vehicle. So we'll do that together on another episode. But one thing we can do while we're waiting for engine stuff is run some wires. So we're gonna run a fan relay. We're gonna run fuel pump relay. I'm hopefully gonna go pick up a fuel pump tomorrow, so that'll be part of this video. I hope to is putting in a new fuel pump, and yeah, we'll see where the wind blows us here. But what else have I been doing? Nothing really. I mean, I've been sort of preparing for this video, and one thing I wanted to do was pull the back seat out, and holy cow, it was so melted in. Like, all this foam came off the bottom of the seat, and I think it's no coincidence that the exhaust runs right underneath here. And I had a pretty greasy exhaust setup before. The last few track days we did, it was like, there were some really hot ones. It was like 40 degrees out. So I'm pretty sure that this seat just melted in. I was standing in here fully pulling up. It took all my might to get it out. And like all the change that had fallen in the seat, like there was a toonie right here. You can see it melted right in. I had to pry that out, and yeah, so I pretty much buggered the seat. It's pretty toast. Like, it's all bent up, and the bottom foam's all friggin' dickered. So I don't know if that'll be going back in, but I would like to have a seat back here because this is the party wagon. I got 4 doors for a reason. So we'll put something back in. I just don't know what. So yeah, I've just been pulling things apart, getting ready to film this episode. I was also doing some eye candy stuff earlier because I've been really excited about it. I was waiting for, yeah, that's one thing I need to tell you guys about, actually. In one of my first or second videos, I was saying how my injectors weren't fitting in here properly because I'm just using some stock greasy truck injectors. So what I had to buy was a spacer kit for the rail, and also it came with little bigger injector washer, bigger injector. Holy fuck, why am I'm having a friggin' brain fart here. Bigger injector O-rings to properly match the bore of this LS3 intake. So that's a kit. It's by ICT. If you want to run truck oh, I realized I'm shining my light in your guys' face. If you want to run truck injectors on an LS3 intake, you just need the kit. You could make spacers yourself too, but these are, I don't know if you can see them in there. There's a little spacer there, came with some hardware, and all the proper sized O-rings for the injectors. So that problem solved. we have a very sexy looking intake. I don't know about you guys, but that looks pretty dang good. My plan is we have the return to tank fuel filter / pressure regulator. So we just have fuel coming up to the rails for now, no return. So my plan is I'm going to run the line up from the fuel pressure regulator. We're going to put a nice Y in there, and run 2 hoses to the back of the intake. The reason I did this is because I thought it would just simplify things. It's pretty nice up here to not have that hose that goes over the top here and connects the 2 rails. I don't know. I just think it looks better. I had this envision of having a cool gauge up front too, because I like dials and red buttons, and I think that looks pretty slick. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I think that looks pretty slick. And I just capped off this side. Who knows? I'd really like to add Holley or whatever, any brand fuel pressure sensor for the Terminator, because it has a plug already. It's not necessary, but it'd be really nice to be able to data log that stuff too. But right now we're cheaping out. I'll be able to visually see that, yes, in fact, my fuel pressure is 58 pounds or 59 pounds or whatever it's supposed to be. And if it's not, we got other issues. So I have this safeguard. I also think it looks pretty friggin' slick. So really excited about that. What else? We got all of our sensors in. I had to order the proper manifold gaskets here. You can see there's 8 of them, of course. So the ICT fuel rail razor injector kit, that's in the description below, as well as all this stuff's in the description. But that's one thing that I forgot to order, and it really pissed me off, was that and the intake gaskets, because I thought for some reason that I could use the stock intake gaskets, which I bought, and they're on top of the car in the parts pile. Hoping I can return those, but it just so happened that the receipt printer wasn't working at Lordco that day, so they'll probably give me a fuss if I come back in there without a receipt. Anyways, make sure you order those things. I've tried my best to keep all my parts list organized. Everything that I've bought is in the description. If you think that I'm missing something, then just send me a message or comment. If you have any questions, comment, and I'll let you know what I did. Not saying that I'm an expert, because I'm just another idiot, and that's why I'm making this video, is for all you idiots, so you can see what I did, and I'm hoping I can make your life easier. Anyways, so we're gonna get on to this wiring. Okay, so jumping ahead a little bit, I already put one in. This is gonna be my fan relay. I chose this location because I got a bunch of other wires in here, and this box is a box, and I don't know, it's a good spot. I don't know if you guys remember from the last episode, but I have other things coiled up in here. This is useless stuff that I'm never going to use, but I also don't want to bother terminating anything, so that's getting all wrapped up, and that's going to tuck down there. This guy is stuff that I might use, and it's going down there too. And remember, we're gonna make this nice. We're gonna put a plate here or something to cover all this shit. But anyways, I know relays can be daunting for some people, so I really hope that this helps. If you are a relay expert, then just skip, because we're gonna be going over some relay stuff. I got a 5-pin relay, not necessary because we don't have 2 things to switch in between. But when I was at Lordco, it's all they had, so I went with a 5-pin just because they had it and I wanted it now. Anyway, so we're gonna have this extra red wire. That is gonna be doing nothing. So let me pop this off here, and you guys can see. Oh Christ! Let me put you down for a second. Come on, Al. Put your purse, I gotta put my purse down, there we go. Okay, so if you're wondering what I'm gonna be doing for my fan power, simple, I'm gonna use the fan power. The fan power that comes out of the harness, I only know this because I had a problem at the track day. My regulator on the radiator stopped working. So we bypassed it and I had to figure out what all the wires were. Anyways, this wire normally comes up the loom, up the side of the firewall. It's a big red and blue one. I remember that it always has power. I think it almost even has power when the car's off, or I can't remember, but this little bastard coming out of the firewall there, it's got power, and with the key on, whatever. So we know there's power there. I'm 90% sure that it's gonna work even without the ECU. This should always have power to it. And I just, like I said, I unwrapped it out of this loom. So we got power. And power, I'm gonna put a diagram up so people who are scared of relays can just easily figure it out. But power is 30. Okay, so power is 30. That's your bottom blue wire. That's incoming power. Then you have your switched power, which is 85, this white guy. So that's gonna be coming, we're gonna splice this right into the Holley loom. There'll be a fan switch power there. I think it's a green wire or a blue wire or something. We'll get to that in another video because we're not gonna do that now. But anyways, we have our switched, we have our power from battery, and then all you need is your power to the electrical item you're trying to control. So in this case, it's yellow, which I believe is 86. Oh no, sorry, that's 87. Yellow, whatever you're powering, it's going right to it. That'll be number 87. I'll put a little diagram up on the screen, and you guys can take a screenshot of it or whatever. Whoever's scared of doing relays, it's really not hard. And then all you have is the ground, which is usually black. It should be black, and that is 85. So yeah, I'll put a diagram up. I've already jumped the gun. I pretty much made it as far as I want to go with this, because the only wire we need to splice in now is the terminator, and then this wire we just need to run in our loom that we've got set aside to run up the firewall here. So that's all going to come up this way later. That's done for now, so we can be happy about that. So now we're going to put in another relay, and that relay is going to be back here. Lots of people like to put all the relays in one spot. Not me. I want to run less wire, and the least amount of wire I can run is right here, because just so happens our battery's right there and the fuel pump's right there, and then we just need to run that Holley trigger wire from the Holley terminator when we put that in the car back here, and that'll be done. So I was looking at places to mount the relay. I think we're just gonna put it up here. You know, it might look good next to this other one that's there, and we can run our wires right through the firewall. We got power coming from battery, ground. We could ground it somewhere up there. Oh, there's a ground strip right here, so we can ground it right to there, and we'll run our power to near where the fuel pump's gonna be, and that'll be it. So I guess we'll do a little bit of high-speed work here. Enjoy. We've finished up in here as much as we can. Got the relay mounted there. White wire, we're just waiting for the white wire, which is from Terminator. So when we install that, we just got to run the one wire from Terminator to there. Blue, which is power to like main power coming in. We've got it run down here nice, right onto the battery. Black, right onto this nice little ground bar right here. yellow, we ran up through the rear hatch here to where the fuel pump is. So that's power to fuel pump. And I also did the Terminator computer power wire. So I ran that through behind the seat there. It comes down onto positive and negative. So the power wire's done up to there. And when we come over to here, let me grab my light. Come over to here. Here's our wires coming out. Got the seat. So what we're gonna do, this wire's for the fuel pump. So we're just gonna run down to there. And then this guy, we're gonna tuck up inside this trim all the way up the door side to the glove box, which is where I plan on keeping the computer. And I think that's it for tonight for me though. Gonna do a little shop clean. This place is a mess. I need to do a little organizing because my mind's getting wamboozled. So I'll be right back though. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know why I'm doing an outro. It's going to be the part of the same video. So we'll see you in like 1 second. Today I picked up a AEM 340 LPH fuel pump, which should be enough. It should be quite adequate actually for what we're doing. And yeah, I'm going to start ripping all this stuff out in here. We got some wires in the way. It's probably dark, but we're going to open this up, pull out the mechanism, figure out a way to get that fuel pump on there. And yeah, so here we go. All right, we got the fuel pump out. Just gonna figure out how to get this thing out of there. Look at this. It's got its own suspension. Pretty freaking cool. I don't know why. I'm no expert, but sick, man. Check out that flex, yo. Flexing. Okay, we're gonna try and get this thing out of here. Ain't first, you're last. Look at that. Fucking got something out without breaking it. That's a victory in its own. I'd kind of like to reuse this, or maybe, I'm not sure if I should use this or that, but this seems old. This seems really hard, so we're gonna try and use that. Okay, we got our fuel pump all rigged up. A couple hose clamps, wires spliced in there. We're just gonna go to the stock wires that come down. I just cut it, and then on the plug side we'll wire in our relay. Hose is in there, super greasy looking, but it's solid, so it's gonna work just fine for us. So we'll put her back in. Okay, everything's all wired in. Power from relay, which we already did. Just spliced it in here to the white and blue wire that goes to the fuel pump. This is ground from the fuel pump, and this was ground from the harness to the fuel pump, but I wasn't sure, so I just grounded both. Can't go wrong. And then the extra power wire, the old power wire, I terminated, and it's wrapped up in the harness there. That's all done. Okay, we're doing some really fun things here. Yeah. Got my workhorse here. Doing some bang. Oh yes. Yo, what's the plan? Hey, Cam. Can you just pass me your purse for a sec? Oh, take your purse. Okay, now go.
Oh yeah, we got lots of paint safe paints. Good to the space.
Deadly.
Yeah.
Looks good. Good enough for the girls' eye date.
Hell yeah.
Okay, doodlies. Well, next time you see me, there'll be an engine here. Gonna go work on it tomorrow, put it together. Got cam bearings and cam, lifters, head gaskets, everything's in. So that'll be done. And I mean, if all goes well, unless something goes poorly, next episode, we're gonna be putting an engine in my shop. And we'll paint it all up and get it all spick and span, and hopefully install all the accessories, pretty much have everything. And it'll be nice to finally be working on an engine instead of all this other stupid bullshit. So yeah, I hope the video was helpful. Fuel pumps and fuel wiring and fan relays and all that jazz. I hope it was I hope this was beneficial to you guys, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks again for watching.